Yes, I am coming to you from my hot tub. And I just kind of wanted to talk about a couple of things. It's a busy day, as you can tell. Got my husband off making a chicken tractor for our chickens. And I'm going to be canning salmon soon. And I figured, you know what? I get a spare few minutes. I'm going to sit in the hot tub and enjoy it. It's kind of chilly though, because we set it for summer weather, our hot tub. So that means it's like 99. You don't want to have it all higher than 99 because it's just too hot in the summer. But it's not summer. I don't know what it's like in your area, but here it is not summer. We've had maybe 2 nice days this year where it's been like feeling like you want to put on the air conditioner. But most of the time I want to put on the heat. And that's something that's really bad right now. The world is changing. Our seasons are changing. And I just wanted, by the way, I wanted to thank Gypsy Road and those 2 guys. What a fun time. That was a blast. I don't know if you guys caught it. We talked about, RH negative and a whole bunch of things that went with it, and it was so much fun. Everybody had a different opinion and a different idea, and that's okay. We don't have to agree on everything. And if you don't listen to other people or listen to other information, how can you grow? Really? Right? And those are 2 really thinking, people that have I think a really great heart, really great people, and loved you guys, just loved you guys. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the mass here in the area where I live. I must be living in a vacuum. I guess about 2 months ago, I I deleted my Facebook, and a couple of years ago, actually around the same time, I got rid of the cable completely, or the satellite, because we live out of town, for TV. But I haven't been watching TV for a couple of years. And in my neck of the woods, with all of the people that I know, and, I've got 4 kids, lots of grandkids, nieces and nephews galore, and I live in a farming community with lots of people, and I have this YouTube channel that I'm in contact with many, many people. And I don't know, it must be just the people that I know. Because not one of them knows anybody who has died of can't say that word, right? Because they will give me a strike or something, because we're not allowed to actually talk about what's going on or what we believe. But you would think if it was a pen, and it was one of these kind of things that were going to come out and wipe out a huge population like they did back in the, 1914, 1916, something like that. I don't remember the date. That we would be burying our family in our own backyards, because that's what they were doing back then. I don't even know. My daughter had a cold a couple of weeks ago, but she went and got tested, and it came out negative. And I don't believe it was a cold either, because she eats terrible. And if you're listening, you don't take care of yourself. You don't take care of yourself, you're going to get sick, you're going to get polluted, and your body's going to have to detox, and it comes out looking like a cold or a flu. And it's just your body saying, take care of me. And that's what you got to do. You got to take care of you. You can't expect to put in garbage and have it working properly. Are you going to just like, when you need gas for your car, you're just going to stop at a swamp and put that in your tank and expect it to continue running? Come on, people. you have to take care of yourself, and that's why you get sick. So if you guys aren't going outside, you're not having fun. And one of the biggest things about taking care of yourself is smile and laugh. Enjoy life. And appreciate what you have. Appreciation is the key to longevity, to health, you know, along with, of course, not putting a whole bunch of garbage. I'm not saying don't enjoy, you know, a treat from time to time, but feed your body like it's your fuel tank. Make sure that you take care of it, you know, and you won't have to worry about that kind of stuff, because I don't know if we even, besides things like bacteria and stuff like that can get in poisons, like, you know, where the food is contaminated and that. I don't think that there really is such a thing as viruses. I mean, I may be absolutely cracked and on crack. I don't know. I don't do any of that, but anyways. Because I know myself. I take really good care of myself, you know, because it's my temple. God told me that. He said, this is my, he gave me this, and he said, take care of it. You know, it's your vehicle. It's where you're going to be staying for a while now. And how you're going to take care of it is how you're going to enjoy your life. So if you don't want to take care of it, you're not going to enjoy your life very much. My husband just walked past. He's probably annoyed that I'm in here. No, he isn't. He doesn't care. He's a lovely guy. Anyways. And the mass. Oh my goodness. They're coming out in droves in my area. And it's mostly the people 25 to 35 that are brainwashed. They something happened to them. They had some vaccination that absolutely blew out their reasoning ability, that they can see that nobody is dying and nobody's sick, and they look at you like you're a pariah if you don't have a mask on. It's just, and then the babies. Oh, you abusive mothers who are putting masks on your children, do you know what you're doing? Okay, let me just talk about the mask. I'm sorry. If you wear a mask on your child, you are an abusive mother. There's nothing. You think you're a good mother, but what you're doing is you're creating bacteria to grow on there. You're depriving them of oxygen. You're giving them carbon dioxide. Your mouth, your nose, everything that expels from your body is pollution. It's body pollution. It's poisons. It's gases. It's what you cannot process anymore that is not good for you. And it gets expelled through your mouth and your nose and every other orifice that you got going on there. And if you're covering this and you're breathing it and you have all that fluids coming from your lungs, all that moisture, because you are, 70% water. You are creating a petri dish of bacterias because you're going to touch it. You're going to touch it because we touch it. Our hands are made to touch. Our hands are made to scratch. Our hands are made to pick, because that's what our hands are. This is what distinguishes us from other animals, you know? It's this thing that we use, that we do this with all the time. It is what we do, and we will. And you cannot train that out of a child. You just can't. And if you do, you're abusive to your children. You're putting this stuff on. You're mentally, psychologically damaging your children. Like, you are creating fear in them. Fear of other people. Fear is if you live in a fearful society, the society will die young. Even without anything else. Fear causes old age. Fear causes sickness. You're creating your children to start their lives off to be ill. So that, like I said, you may think you're doing good, but you're being abusive. You now have a petri dish on your child's face. You have a petri dish of bacteria from many different places. And instead of them going on your skin, like doing this and touching your skin, I'm just like, you're taking all these different bacteria and you're making a mega bacteria. And believe me, they know that. They know that. And you're breathing it in, and you have to take in longer, harder breaths because you can't breathe in a mask. So you're bringing it in deeper in your lungs, deeper in your sinuses. And we're going to see a flood of bacterial pneumonia. And it isn't fun. My mom has had that in the past when she was alive. She had that number of times, ended up in the ICU, swollen up like 3 times her body size. She ended up getting a staph infection for it. We didn't know if she was going to live. And she was only 40 at that time. And it was a bacterial pneumonia. She was in the hospital, in ICU, unconscious for 3 weeks. So that is your risk. You have probably, by wearing a mask all day, probably about a 99.8% chance of getting some type of a bacterial infection, where the virus is a 99.8% survival rate. Do you get the disparity there? Stop being an abusive parent. Okay. I love you guys. I really do. And that's the reason why I'm saying this. I love you parents. I know that you're fearful. But don't do that to your family. Don't do that to your children. Stand up. Take it off. Let them play outside. Let them eat mud. Let them touch other children. It's called herd immunity. You need to have other people around you, because if you don't have other people around you, you will become allergic to them. Just like how when they used to go to different countries back there, they would bring their old diseases. They would bring their common things, the things that never bothered them, because they've gotten used to it over centuries. And they'd bring it to another, but they didn't have immunity, and they had whole villages that died off from not having herd immunity. And we've had herd immunity here because we've had international travel for many, many years. So the population as a whole has got herd immunity. But it's still the bacteria. It's herd immunity of all the bacteria. You know what I'm saying? It's not the virus. We're talking about bacteria. It's the bacteria that you need the herd immunity to. So you're going to stay in your home. You're going to wear a mask when you go out. You're going to have gloves. You're going to sanitize. And you're putting poison on your skin. Your skin is an organ. Stop putting poison on it. Stop wearing sunscreen. All of that stuff contributes to aging, sickness, killing your organs. It's all toxic. You know, like if your child is outside and they're playing, it's a hot day, put a shirt on them and a hat. You don't need to put poisons on them. Like, that's just ridiculous. Stop it. Stop wearing a mask. Stop putting poisons on your kids. That's abusive. Learn. Stop listening to the people that have an agenda, that want to take your freedom away, that's crushing our country, that's closing down our farms. Stop listening to them. If we stand up together, if we stop sitting down and just buying what they're doing. Come on, look, how many months has it been? Who do you know that's sick? Stop it now, will you? I don't know what else to say. Anyways, it is beautiful where I am. I've got a sunny sky. I'm going to enjoy the day. My family is coming over later on, and we're going to have, we're going to be firing up the barbecue and have a fire pit and hug each other and kiss each other, and I'm going to smooch those babies, those beautiful babies. Live and love and light, guys. Okay, this is so freaky. This is literally a double rainbow right over my house.
Are you gonna post this on YouTube?
Yes, I am going to. My family is here visiting. We're all just like enjoying it, and it started to rain, and it is a double rainbow.
I've never. It's also upside down one too on the top.
Is there? I can't really get that in the picture here.
Yeah, but don't you see? Like the red is on the. Oh, it's starting to fade though.
Is it? Yeah, I think it is.
But that's beautiful. The one just over the house.
It's a gift.
Thank you, Lord. Also, see the strings right there. We got the kite 20 feet, 200 feet in the air.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Blessings, everybody.